Hello everyone. Happy Friday. We are back with another One Piece live reading stream. So basically I've moved to the scans for this week. I don't know what it will be like next week, because I'm planning to do another one next week and then so on. So yeah, last time I was completely wrong, because I didn't expect the Admiral to basically fight at all. But we literally just saw him go right in. So, what am I expecting this week? Basically, I think we're finally going to get a follow-up with the Straw Hats. Assuming the fight is still going, we're probably going to see a little bit of that. And I'm guessing we're going to see a little bit more Shanks. Other than that, I really have no idea. The only thing that I've been reflecting on, and that I'm sort of starting to lean in favor of, I'm really liking the line of thinking that some people have regarding Shanks, and whether he might be pulling the strings behind everything. I kind of like that. I don't think it's gonna happen. Let me say it right now. I don't think Shanks is a villain or anything, but I would love for there to be something more to Shanks. That's just how it goes. Anyway, without further ado, let me jump right in. So this chapter, it is titled New Age, which leads me to believe that I may be wrong again and that something big may happen. Anyway, so the first thing. So this is a tie-in with the movie, right? Let's talk about the movie real quick. You have no idea how angry I am about the movie. You know why? Because I'm not going to see it. Yeah. Not a single cinema in the country is airing it, so I'm not seeing the movie anytime soon. That's sad. I really wanted to watch it, but hey. Not like I'm not used to it by this point. But yeah, so this is a tie-in with the movie. Pirates have stormed the town. They got my dad. Oh, okay, Oh, okay. Right. So this is the song, New Genesis. If you haven't listened to New Genesis, it is a very, very good song, by the way. It is now a part of my main Spotify playlist, believe it or not. I really like it. It's really good. So this is that. This is why it's New Age. Okay, that's cool. Wait, hold up. So, is Shanks just here as an ambassador for his movie? Is that confirmed? But yeah, I guess we have a confirmation that Shanks is indeed just here to advertise his movie. And it's really as simple as that. Anyway. Alright, so we are right into Wano. Everybody's partying, and the fight is still going on. And Momo doesn't want Yamato to fight him. Okay, so basically this is just Momo trying to pull a Luffy, right? Essentially. And not wanting Yamato to fight for them, because like he's trying to prove a point. That Wano can protect itself, I guess. I really like this Admiral, like in terms of his power. I talked about this last week, but man, is this an awesome power. I really hope he doesn't go down easy or anything like that. Cause like the whole literally just making trees appear, that is awesome. Fire release, so he's just gonna try and burn him. Fireproof forest. Okay, of course. It wouldn't be that easy, right? It wouldn't be that easy. It's just hockey, innit? So how does he guard against it? Does he literally just say fireproof forest and that's it? Is that why he's immune? Am I crazy? Or did I literally just realize that Raizo has the scroll fruit because of the scroll jutsu, like when Shinobi was right? Because I didn't think he had a fruit. I just thought that was what ninjas do in One Piece. I mean, magic, right? Does he have a fruit? Has that been confirmed? Well, I mean, he does say scroll jutsu. That was already revealed. Did I just completely... Oh, well, good to know. I just thought that was... I just thought that's what ninjas were. Okay, fair enough. I totally missed that. Yeah. Oh, so I'm not the only one who's confused. Exactly. Like, he has... I didn't realize that was a fruit. Okay. I mean, absorbing one of Kaido's attacks, I just wrote that down to, again, just like ninja shenanigans. Alright, so Raizo is being blasted big time. Wait, hold up. What's going on with him? Is he becoming like a mummy? But like, I have a question regarding this. We heard so much about like Wano's military, right? And like how strong Wano is. Why is it that just the Scabbards are fighting him now? Like, where's everyone else? Or do they just like think that an Admiral is way too strong for like everyone else to go up against? Let me just level with all you here. I still think that like this guy appearing is just bizarre. Like in terms of the narrative, it just feels weird that he's just appearing here solo. I guess we'll hear about why he's doing that more soon. But so far this entire thing is a bit bizarre to me. Didn't like Kizaru say that he... What? Didn't Kizaru say something along the lines, he's just gonna... Do you want me to fight Kaido and Big Mom or something like that? I mean, he never came here. Alright, let's move on. So... They're just basically attacking him and he just keeps regrowing. Okay. I wonder like how long the fight's actually gonna be. And whether Luffy might pop up as well. Oh, okay. Castle basements. The secret room. Yeah. Alright, so I'm not totally misremembering that. Because I thought it was funny. It was just like, you really want me to go there? Because like, with this Admiral, right? Let's say he didn't come to Wano, right? Because he was afraid of Kaido or something. And both Kaido and Big Mom just went down. And now he decides to come here? It's like, I mean, they just beat him, right? Clearly they're stronger. Or maybe they're not stronger, but at least they have some sort of edge over them. So maybe you don't want to mess with them, but I guess not. Anyway. Yeah, that makes sense. But regardless, like, considering how experienced and how just, like... I mean, someone who's an Admiral, you'd expect them to think things through at least somewhat, right? Yeah, that's also true. He is injured. The only thing, like, with Luffy, right? There's so many questions. I think I talked about this last time as well. But basically, I'm not a fan of Luffy's fruit being turned into this mythical zone, right? I don't think that needed to happen. I like Gear 5. I like Gear 5 a lot. I just don't like the whole wider implications of it, right? That Luffy's fruit is special, blah, blah, blah. And the reason why I'm not a fan of it is that it creates a lot of these questions about why they never targeted Luffy specifically before, since they clearly knew he has the Gum Gum fruits, which wasn't actually the Gum Gum fruits. And this is one of those times, like, okay, he's going after Luffy because he's injured, right? But why didn't he do that all the other times? It's just one of those things that retroactively seems a little bit weird. But again, the jury's still out on that. For now, if he's going after them because they're injured, that makes sense. Sure. So, what is this passage about? They were still able to find the Poneglyph in no time because they had a fishman on their crew. Oh yeah. Right. Jack. I was so confused when he first showed up. The Zoe video isn't out yet, but like the levels of confusion I had when we found out that he's still alive and he's just chilling there, it was very confusing for me. But if he's a fishman, then it makes perfect sense. Though that now makes me wonder. Remember how I think I said that in Marineford. I still want an ancient kraken fruit. Give it to me. Because if he can breathe underwater... Oh yeah, but he wouldn't be able to use his power. Never mind. Ignore that. I think most of the fandom shared that opinion, that Luffy's fruit is special because at some point it miners... Yeah, like, that's what I said, basically, last time. It's that I think it could have just been the Gum Gum fruit. It didn't have to be a mythical zone. There was just no need to do that. It could have been the Gum Gum fruit that is made special because Luffy has it, right? It's not that the fruit is special, it's that the wielder is special. Luffy is this like super upbeat, happy guy that can mold things to his own will, and that's why the Gum Gum fruit specifically is so dangerous with Luffy. But now that he... Because we know zones pick their wielder, right? So now you're sort of... Well, okay, it picked Luffy because it's special, and Luffy is special. It's... I don't know. Nothing to do with, like, Python making sharp turns, so it's just... Yeah, but I mean, at the same time, come on, like, we have Sanji setting his foot on fire through friction. I mean, we're kind of past the point of things making little sense, right? I mean, if it's a cool attack, then it's just a cool attack, right? If it's still based with his fruit, like, all the flair around it, I'm not particularly bothered by. Alright, we've gone on many tangents already. Let's move on. How would being a fishman help? So, I'm guessing it's underwater, right? How far down does this go? I would say it goes a few hundred years of... What? Okay. No, it's because of friction, but the fire's passion. Of course. Of course. No, it's like... He's a very good cook, right? He's a cook, right? So he just has a portable torch at all times. So whenever he spins, he's actually just getting his little torch. Don't worry about it. So basically, we are going into the Chamber of Secrets. You can climb in there and take a peek. We should already be below sea level. Of course, and the both of them are fruit users. What? Is that Wano underwater? It's Wano from 800 years ago. Well, isn't that interesting? 800 years ago. Where have we seen that number before? It's time to start writing up theories again. So, what is this? This is Wano from the Void Century, basically. So, he has no idea how it ended up like this. Long ago, Wano was much larger and located at sea level. On the okay, Mount Fuji at some point. How were the wall? I like how he just casually says, at some point walls were erected all around enclosing the island. What do you mean walls were erected? How? Yeah, a fruit makes sense. A fruit makes sense. Whatever made the red line. I like that. I like that. That's assuming the red line is, of course... Maybe the red line is a natural thing. I am of the opinion, right, that the red line was created to separate the four seas, and that's basically why we're gonna destroy it by the end of the series. And the whole all blue will be created, and Sanji's dream that he has seemingly forgotten about will finally be fulfilled. There we go. I got my obligatory Sanji joke in there, because I still don't like him. I mean, what? So, the land further up mountains has been established for settlers. The current Wano. Oh, here we go. It's the load Poneglyph that I assume is the same thing as a road Poneglyph, right? So we've got 3. Okay, yeah. Robin literally says that. We've got 3. So, where is the last one? Where's the last one? Where does everybody think the last one is? My guess is Elbaf or with Blackbeard. Yes. Yes, those are my 2 exact guesses. I think it's either Elbaf or Blackbeard has it. It is weird that we just, like, never heard about it. It's definitely weird that he didn't even bother to mention, like, hey, there was another one. Especially with Robin, like, explicitly asking him about Joy Boy, right? Him not even being like, oh, by the way. That's something we would have liked to know. Okay, if you continue to trek a little deeper, it is said that you will find the sleeping ancient weapon Pluton. Okay, okay. I've never seen it myself and I'm unable to show it to you. Retrieving Pluton would require the removal of the walls that surround this nation. Opening the country is a quite literal act. And set loose one of the ancient weapons. Okay, so clearly that's what Shanks is doing here, right? He's just trying to make sure that Pluton isn't unleashed upon the world. The sleeping, yeah. Also that, but like, the fact that he's explicitly saying everything I've told you has been passed down through generations and generations, right? It sort of implies the fact that it may not be totally accurate what he's saying right now. Some people think it's a submarine or a whale. So basically Laboon? Laboon is Pluton confirmed? Yeah, exactly. Like, because we heard that it's technically a ship, right? And Frankie had the blueprints. But the sleeping part is the curious one. It could be just a figure of speech, because these are literal translations, right? And I mean, you could say it's sleeping. I have a theory that the Davy backfight and all that is going to come back into play, and that Davy Jones is going to be a thing. But Davy Jones was a part of the Flying Dutchman, and we've already seen the Flying Dutchman. So that's not going to be a thing. I'm so disappointed by the Flying Dutchman. I still can't get over that fact. Anyway, I've spent like 30 minutes rambling on about random things. Let's finish this chapter. No man can hope to stand against the forces of nature. Get it? If Kaido was still in charge, I wouldn't have come here. So he's literally saying what I just asked. Like, Kaido goes down, and that's when he decides to come here? I'm sure living under his regime was miserable, but the order he imposed was the deterrent that kept other predators from targeting your country. Just bring me Straw Hat Luffy already. Okay. Let's call Luffy and the gang, show this guy was boss. No, that is unacceptable. Of course, so yeah. So basically Momo is just trying to show that they can protect themselves. And this is our... Okay, finally. I'm gonna keep saying this. What is up with Yamato slander? Come on. Come on. Come on. It's our crewmate. That is why I refuse to turn your send off. Yeah, okay, so he's basically just screaming about that Wano can't be safe if, like, they constantly need them. I like Momo. The tragic thing about Momo, like, it's Momo's character is such a tragedy, to be honest. Like, the fact that he was aged up, like, just imagine trying to rule a country while being a kid, but you're like an adult body, right? Everybody thinks you're an adult, but you're clearly not. It's just like, it's one of those things that are easy to overlook, but I think it's just, like, super tragic when you think about it. The dude's a little kid. And, like, now he's fighting for an entire country. That's rough. That's rough. How old is he? Is he, like, 12? Or 9? Or something like that? Dude's a small kid. He's 8. Even better. Wait, hold up. Is he gonna do the proper dragon breath thing? Oh my god, he is. Let's go, Momo. Momo's a Chad. Okay. He has no idea how to use it. Great. Literally no clue how to use it. Brilliant. Wouldn't have had proper time to develop and had experience. Exactly. Like, he's literally a kid who just got turned into an adult in a single day. Even though he's obviously not an adult. He just looks like an adult. It's a spitting image of Kaido's. Be gone. Hang on, you crazy bastard. Momo's just going ham. Okay, so Momo is just literally... The dude's burning down just everything. He is literally going scorched earth. Scorched earth. Since you're so hell-bent on playing hardball. Ooh, what is this? That conquerors hockey, who the hell? The red hair pirates. Did literally Shanks just... Boss, don't just go all out with your hockey like that. All the newbies are gonna start foaming at the mouth. Wouldn't you agree it's bad for him to go after these worn out saplings when they're exhausted from making pirate history? Okay, so... What is Shanks' character at this point? The dude shows up in Marineford. Says, this war is over. Like, he talks to a angry lava boy, right? Dude's like, this war is over. Everybody go home. We've had our playtime. We're done. Okay? Everybody's like, okay, Shanks, we're going home. Skip to like 500 chapters later. A angry tree boy shows up. Shanks shows up again, basically tells him the same thing. War is over, go home. He's okay, fine. I get it already. It's not like I want to pick a fight with you guys. Not today anyway. What is Shanks' character? Like, with Shanks, there are so many questions I have with him. Like, why was he with the 5 Elder Stars, first of all? What was he doing there? Is he like... I have so many questions. By the way, in Japanese, 1054 is never specified who Shanks is referring to when it comes to claiming the One Piece. That makes so much more sense. Because if he's not going... Because, yeah, like, this is one of those things I've always thought about Shanks. I think he knows where it is. So him suddenly... The only line of thinking I have of why he would suddenly go after it is because he wants to basically mess with Luffy a little bit, right? Because he's going to be like, okay, Luffy, I'm going to make it there first. And then Luffy's obviously going to be like, no, you won't. No, you won't. Try me. And then they have this, like, little race for fun. That was basically the only reason why I'd see why he'd go after it. But if it's pirates in general, then it makes a lot more sense. Like in the broader story. Anyway, it's party time again. Green Bull to Shanks be like, understandable, have a good day. Basically. For fun until Blackbeard shows up. I don't want to say this, right? But we haven't seen Blackbeard fight post Timeskip. And, something gives me this weird suspicion that Shanks might not do so well as we might want him to. Because Blackbeard is one of those characters that have been set up as like this absolute powerhouse that we never really see. And I think the next time he's gonna show up, it might be pretty bad. That is purely a hunch though, because like, again, the name Blackbeard in like pirate mythology, it's like it's a huge deal, right? I know a lot of people say that like Blackbeard is, I mean, I don't know. He is kind of a coward, right? But on the flip side, the dude has done some very, very crazy things. So I don't know where to quite pin him. What's up with Blackbeard and Gecko Moria? Yeah, that's another interesting one. What is old Shallot Head doing with him? I feel like the main antagonist not having conquerors would be so underwhelming. Exactly. And one thing that I want to say right now, I do not want or Emu, or whatever his name was, I don't want whoever that is to be the main antagonist for basically any of the Straw Hats, or basically any of the pirates. I think fighting this enigma would just kind of take away from the sort of entire pirate vibe. I just want to see a good old pirates versus pirates fight. If anything, leave Eam for like Sabo or Dragon or whatever. Have like Eam kill Dragon, Sabo be angry, then go after Eam, then defeat Eam, or something like that. I feel like Eam will be used as a lore dump. I would honestly far prefer that, yeah. There's still the possibility of setting him up, or them, as a villain, right? But with how long Blackbeard's been around, I think it would just honestly be a waste of time. Like, we have such an amazing villain in Blackbeard. Like, let's just have him. Sabo versus Magma Boy. We need to see someone fight Magma Boy. This is another thing that I've always thought about, right? I want to see Ace not being saved against the Magma Boy. I want to see that paralleled. I want to see that again. So I want either Sabo to be taken by the Magma Boy, and then Luffy coming to save him, and actually saving him this time, or I want the inverse of that, of Luffy somehow being captured, and Sabo saving him. Maybe even go all out and make, like, his fire actually hotter than magma, to, like, you know, say that his dead brother's flames are even hotter or something like that. I don't know. Make it cool. But I want to see that again. Anyway, let's get to the last things. He's gone. Check Momo out. Indeed, that hockey I just felt was really something too. A familiar face just popped into my head. Oh yes. Yes. This is a good chapter. I really like this chapter. This was a really, really good one. A lot of questions as usual brought up. Yeah, that's another one. Like the fact that we still haven't, we don't know why, like, the op fruits technique, because it was introduced allegedly for Dofi, right? But clearly it wasn't. Clearly it's been used somewhere else, and it's kind of, again, I said this last time, right? I would love for Kaido to still be alive. I would love for Kaido to actually be immortal. Because then all of his trying to find death thing would have made perfect sense. Like, someone made him immortal, and now he's sad that he is immortal. Because I think it's one of those things that all of us have thought about, like, being immortal. It probably wouldn't be that great. It probably wouldn't. Everyone around you is just constantly dying, and you just keep going. It would probably be pretty sad. I like the idea of Sword teaming up with the Revolutionaries when Garp and Sengoku fight the Five Elders and Dragon fights Emu. I don't think Dragon's gonna live. I think Dragon's gonna die. I think the whole point, actually, that would be a pretty interesting role reversal. Because I was going to say I think Dragon's gonna die to signal in the new age for the Revolutionaries with Sabo taking over. But we've already seen a lot of that. So, maybe this time around, Dragon will make it. Who knows? Why are they just spectating the Momo fight? I think Luffy knows. I think Luffy knows that he shouldn't fight. I think that was the plan all along. Because, like, in my view, I think Momo told him, sit back, you are our guests, we will protect her land, right? And then you leave. If something goes terribly wrong, obviously Luffy would hop in. And it doesn't appear like his body has been permanently altered. Or maybe has it? Maybe has it? I still have this theory that awakening your fruit does something to your body, and that's why Dofi's eyes were constantly hidden. I don't think we've seen Luffy's eyes yet. I don't think we have. Maybe something happened there. Maybe. Maybe. Wanting to die, I think, is just the drunk Kaido thing. It could be. But I mean, he fell off of a sky island, like fell however deep into the ground, and was perfectly fine, right? Which, by the way, that is what happened during the raid. He fell off a sky island and fell into the ground. Okay, there was magma involved, but maybe he's still alive. Who knows? Yeah. I mean, people have talked a lot about this, at least from what I've seen. Like, we just want to know Kaido's backstory, basically. I don't know. I don't think we really need a deep backstory to him, because, like, his character was basically a giant meat bag that we just had to punch a lot. So, I don't know. I don't know if we need a deep backstory of his. I just like little tidbits. Like, those little mysteries that were planted, I just want answers to those. Maybe it, like, I think one of you said last week that maybe it has a lot to do with rocks, and that's why we haven't seen it, which is entirely possible too. So, we're probably gonna see it. One Piece. Seeing a lot of back and forth regarding whether or not Green Bull was an idiot or not. I think he's a pretty big idiot. I'll say that. Because, like, I talked about this a lot before, right? Luffy's weakened. Okay, that makes sense. But, like, they still brought down Kaido and Big Mom at the same time. Why would you try to go after them? And then Shanks just scaring him away? I mean, what are you even doing at that point? I don't I don't think he's the sharpest tool in the shed. I think he's just trying to, like, yeah, prove himself or whatever. The other admirals have had insane introductions. Kizaru coming up on the cannonball, destroying one of the supernovas. Kuzan literally froze the ocean between two islands. Green Bull gets chased off. Honestly, I think that's good. I think the fact that Green Bull is introduced, and maybe we still haven't seen, like, his full power. That's what I'm guessing. Because, like, he saw Shanks and just realized it's not worth it. But I think that's good. Because it implies, like, look how much our characters have grown. The fact that an Admiral pops up and we're not just running away. I kind of like that. I've been off and on about the whole power escalation thing in One Piece. But since we are entering, like, the final stretch of the story, I think seeing all the Scabbards team up, and with Momo by their side, I think it makes sense. This chapter, the biggest questions, right? So, basically, we now know for a fact that Shanks is just here to promote his movie. Okay? So, he just came here, said, look, film Red in theaters soon. Go watch it. Now I'm gonna leave. Okay? So, our Admiral boy, our little tree boy, he was so excited by the movie that he decided to go with him. Okay? So, they're gonna go watch film Red. So, they're just out of the picture for a while. When does film Red come out? I think it's like the 6th of August, right? So, they're gone for the next week. They're not going to be in the next chapter, definitely. They're, like, queuing up at the movie theater. So, next week, what are we going to see? I think we're going to see Wait, there is a chapter next week, right? I think there is. I think next week, we're going to see Yamato properly join up with the Straw Hats, okay? I think Luffy's going to be like, okay, you're cool. You're cool. You're Yama, bro. Let's go. Let's go. It's going to be great. As to what else happens, because I don't think it's going to be, like, super fast. I think we still have a few things that we need to sort out in Wano. I want to say that we might learn of Zoro's connections to Wano, but I don't know when that's going to happen. It would make sense for it to happen now, but is it? Who knows? But yeah, in terms of the sleeping weapon, I've got many theories regarding that. But none of them make any sense, which is the problem. And regarding the 4th Poneglyph, the one that we actually need to get to Laugh Tale, that's another one that is very curious. Unless somebody suddenly says, hey, look, listen to this, I know where the 4th one is, and then I guess we might be off to Elbaf? Maybe? We still need to sort out the Vivi situation. There is too much going on. And I don't know what we're going to see in the next chapter. Basically, the only thing I just want to see is the Straw Hats all join up and get ready to go. That is basically all I want to see. Are we going to see that? Probably not. Do I want to see that? Definitely. So, that is it for us. Have a nice Friday evening, I guess. If it is evening where you are, it is evening here. And yes, that is all. Bye-bye.